my dream of an absolution. 'Cause every night I will make it right, and every night I will come to you. But every night it just stays the same in my dream of an absolution. And you'll see what will be, what will be. And you'll see and you'll see, this is my dream. Every night, I'll always dream.
And I hate the bitch. This fucking game is trash. It ain't fucking funny, dude. This is fucking annoying. I hit the bitch 5 fucking times, and it just looks at her. This game is fucking awful. This game is awful. I shot the bitch 4 times, and it goes.
He has thunderballs. Oh! He has lightning bolts in us! How would you dodge that on your fucking feet? Like, bro!
Let's go. Alright. Oh! Got to the end zone. Are you kidding me? My man's was down. He's like, nah, I'm gonna get back up. He said, I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna get back. Can you feel life moving through your mind?
Ooh, looks like it came back for more. Yeah. Can you feel time slipping down your spine? Ooh, you're trying to ignore. Yeah. Wait, what time is it? Bro, what's wrong with Shiva? Oh my god, she looked like she beat the set. Holy fuck. Sorry guys, my soul left my body and came back.
But it's gonna be sanding attacking. If not, if it doesn't use fucking sand attack so goddamn much. Alright, that's neutral with stab, so that should help, yes. Oh! What is with again?
There you go. What is up, people? Hello, fandoms. Hello, everyone. It's crazy because I got the shirt on and we were just playing some of his music. How you doing, everyone? I'm Riding the Phantoms here. Nice to see y'all. We are back with another episode of my podcast that I like to call the Lightning Round Podcast. So this is the one day out of many days where I'm not gaming, where I'm chilling out, I'm not gaming. I want to sit down and talk about some of the events that happened, in our world of whether it's sports, gaming, TV, well, I guess TV here and there, depending. This is the one time out of the day where we just sit down, we talk about some topics that are on our mind. So we got a couple people that's already in here. I'm going to go ahead and say what's up to them. Kaz, what's good with you? Welcome, Kaz. It's nice to see you, my man. Hope everything in your life has been going great. I know it has. Let me give a shout out for Kaz one more time. And, of course, we have our another amazing regular by the name of Jer Bear Traveler, who actually decided to take it upon himself and gift a freaking sub again to
Are you kidding me, Woods? Hey.
gift another sub to
shut
Shiva.
up, bro. No way.
Let me actually get the shout out player in here.
What a catch.
There you go.
Are you?
Why not? We'll have a second one right here.
Where is that?
I got no problem with that.
That's a great question. Let's go, McLean. Let's go.
Kaz, if you want, I can help you how to
Let
set
me
this
get
up
that
later.
pick
Same for
six.
Jer Bear.
Extra cheese. Ball don't lie, baby. Ball don't lie. Y'all want to cheese me because I decided to hurdle. But you don't get the ball.
Is like
I'm gonna
take
let
a
these clips have at it. I'm gonna let them have
rubber
at it
band.
before we go on ahead.
and you keep twisting
I'm
it
in this.
around your finger, and when you feel that pressure around your finger start to get tighter and tighter. That's how tight my hole is. God.
Yo, it's crazy how that's the perfect freaking clip to summarize the craziness that happens. God. That's the perfect clip to summarize the craziness that happens in Jer Bear's stream. It's crazy how we go from one casual clip with Kaz. One casual clip. I'm sorry, two casual football clips with Kaz to one out of context clip with Jer Bear, and I fucking love it. God. Oh, okay. So first off, also Fuyu, welcome Fuyu, my amazing regular. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Alright, so we got some topics here today. We have a couple topics here today. We have, this might be a short stream. I don't know. Depends on how these topics go. It depends on how these topics go. So, we have three things. First, we need to talk about AEW. We need to talk about some shit that's going down with AEW, All Elite Wrestling, especially after what happened on Sunday when it went to their pay-per-view called All Out. We need to talk about that because we're going to have some crazy ramifications that's going to happen with the roster because of what happened on Sunday. I'll talk a little bit, and I mean a little bit about the pay-per-view because honestly there wasn't all that much to talk about. But it's what happened after the pay-per-view is what we need to cover.
Clap them cheeks! Clap them cheeks! Clap them cheeks! Clap them cheeks!
To say the least, yeah, there's definitely was some cheek clapping, but it happened after the event. After the event. Verbally and possibly physically. But yeah, we're gonna talk about that. We're also gonna talk about the NFL, of course. We gotta cover that. We're gonna be talking about the games that happened with the NFL, and lastly, I'm gonna talk about some games, a couple of games that we have to look forward to, either later on this year, probably next month or so, because next month will be October, and potentially the future. So, first things first. I need to ask this in case if I hadn't asked this before. I'll ask anyway. Fuyu, you said that you caved in and it took 3 years. What happened? What took 3 years? What the fuck is going on that it took 3 years to be like, you know what? I'm gonna finally cave. I'm gonna finally get this. What the hell happened? As for the rest of y'all, I know what y'all want to get into. I know what you want to look forward to. So we're gonna talk about this now. We're not gonna waste any time. The football situation, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna have that for last. I'm gonna say that for last because I understand not everyone's all cool with football, and I understand y'all don't understand. Y'all don't get a lot of it. Oh, Mario Kart Tour. Oh shit. I understand a lot of y'all don't. You're not for it. So alright, I'm gonna save the whole football thing for last. Honestly, I don't mind saving it for last anyway, because that's when I usually go on my longest tirades is on the NFL. So, first things first, let me go ahead and switch to this real fast. We're going to talk about the AEW situation, and then after that, we're going to talk about the situation with gaming. So, let's talk about this with AEW. Let me bring this up here. Let me move the chat over here. Okay. So, let's talk about this first with AEW. We had a situation go down with AEW where I don't know if I'm allowed to play it on stream, at least not the full video. I'm not sure, so I'm not gonna risk it. But what I will do is I will you're lurking. That's all fine with me. What I will do is just bring up some articles that happened with this situation. I think the Reddit has it here, so we may not have to do much. Actually, hold on. I may have a couple of things in here in my own Discord. By the way, exclamation point Discord, please. If y'all want to promote it, have at it. Where I actually linked a couple of stuff here. So, give me one moment. Okay, here it is right here. This right here, this is the all-out media notes. This is what happened after the pay-per-view. I'm going to talk a little bit about the pay-per-view itself because you can see how long this shit is. So, I'm going to go ahead and get to it real quick. The pay-per-view was very mid. I mean very, very, very mid. Compared to the WWE pay-per-view, it was like night and day difference between what was good and what wasn't all that good at all. WWE pay-per-view, The Clash of the Castle, I don't have much to say on it because because it's not that it wasn't bad. It was good. The only bad thing I had to say about it was a couple of matches which were, which were sleepers. One of the matches, I think one of the women's matches, it was sleepers, and I think I will have to look back, but there was one other particular match just felt like it lasted longer than it should. I would say the SmackDown Women's Championship match, it was sleeper, so I wasn't a fan. But yeah, when it goes to AEW, a lot of the matches were really sleepers. There was so much of a sleeper to a point that, me and for the people that was in the chat, that was in the voice call, we was rotating back and forth. We was really debating having to rotate back and forth between watching a football game that was on that exact same night and just having to watch this as well. Hell, I was debating having to watch more The Mandalorian because that's giving me more entertainment than the AEW pay-per-view was giving me. But yeah, aside from that, a lot of the pay-per-view was snooze fest. There's only a couple of good matches with the AEW pay-per-view. It was the Swerve in Your Glory versus the Acclaimed, and it was of course the main event match, which was good. Main event match was good. And then after that, there was a surprise that happened with that event. Maxwell Jacob Freeman, MJF, decided to finally come back after being gone for 2-3 months. Ever since he dropped his his own version of a pipe bomb when it went to Tony Khan and everyone else, which he had a valid point with that pipe bomb. So then he came back, and that pretty much closed the show. That salvaged what was a very, very mid show. But it's what happened after the show, which we're about to read here with CM Punk And there was more with Swerve Strickland, but it wasn't as bad compared to CM Punk. With Swerve Strickland and Keith Lee, it was more so them playing along with their role. This one right here with CM Punk, this is nowhere near close to that. So let's go ahead and read off of what CM Punk had to say. Thanks to the Reddit Squared Circle for providing this. So basically, we're gonna start with this. CM Punk. This whole thing started because it went to the whole Colt Cabana situation. I'll go ahead and give y'all a little bit of context with this. What happened? I think a couple weeks back, there was a report that came out that said CM Punk was the reason that Colt Cabana wasn't in AEW anymore, and instead he was in Ring of Honor wrestling. So, to put it simply, it's stuff like that that brought this whole thing back up again. Now, I understand the first thought in your mind is, well, CM Punk's supposed to be professional. He's supposed to hold all this, he's supposed to, completely ignore that and whatever and what for. But here's also how I see it before I get into this. We have absolutely no idea what the hell happened that led to the reporter saying this. We still don't know what happened what led to the reporter saying this. Now, CM Punk may say one thing, but the others may say a completely different thing. And then, of course, we're not going to get any true evidence as to if this is true or if this is false. Now, CM Punk said this. He had not spoken to Colt Cabana in 10 years. Now, the reason why he hasn't spoken to him in 10 years is because that the last time that those two spoke was that it was a podcast between the two of them where it was CM Punk talking about his departure from World Wrestling Entertainment, talking about WWE, and how it got to that point. After that little podcast, or after a second podcast, whichever which, they did not talk again, to a point where I guess it led to a lawsuit between the two of them. CM Punk talked in greater detail in this about the situation with the lawsuit, where he said he hadn't spoken to him in 10 years. He also said if he fell backwards, his friends would catch me. He felt that Colt would have never caught him. So I guess there's that. CM Punk also claimed he had paid his bills with proof, with every receipt, invoice, and emails. He said that he claims that the executive vice president are spreading lies about him. We have irresponsible people who call themselves EVPs who couldn't manage a fucking target. They put into a media that I got someone fired, which I have fuck all to do with him. He's also said that it's revealed that Colt Cabana shares a bank account with his mom. Now, I'm going to go ahead and stop right there with a couple of these right here, because this is a serious bit of tidbit information here. Here's how I see it. With him claiming that he's paid bills with proof of every receipt, invoice, and email. Here's the deal. I don't know if someone asked him that question, and I don't know if he just decided to go off on it. But this is what I do know. There's no way in hell that a situation from 10, 13 years ago between these two people should still be brought up in 2022. Whatever happened with those two should stay with those two. Them two shouldn't even have names mentioned with one another. And the thing is, what was so crazy with me is I had a strong feeling in my mind that the minute that CM Punk got into All Elite Wrestling, that those two would get brought up again. Because Colt was in there before CM Punk decided to hop in. So, of course, I'm like, oh shit, CM Punk and Colt Cabana are in the same company. Why do I get a strong feeling that they're going to end up crossing paths with one another sooner or later? It's a shame it had to happen like this, but, it is what it is. So, the fact that was brought up, especially over the situation with, okay, this is the reason why he's not in Ring of Honor anymore, he's the reason why such and this and that. This is where I understand Punk's frustration, because you had a strong feeling, at least from the media point of view, that look, people will do anything to just get clicks, just to have a write up for a story. Now, with him having to blame the executive vice presidents, now I'm gonna go ahead and tell you who the EVPs are for people that don't know. The EVPs are the Young Bucks who wrestled in that same event, along with Kenny Omega, also wrestled in that same event. The trios tag team champions, they're the EVPs of the company. So for CM Punk to come out and say that, oh, okay, this is just full of, immature people, this, that, and whatever, I'm not gonna exactly put it past him, but here's the deal. I don't know the Young Bucks. I don't know Kenny Omega. I don't know CM Punk. I don't know any of these people. Also, hi mom. Hi Fuyu's mom. How you doing? I hope everything's been great. Hope you've been eating well. Hope you've been taking care of everyone well. But this is what I do know when it goes to this situation is, look, like I said, I don't know any of these people. I don't. So what kind of bothers me more so on the wrestling community point of view is everyone wants to stand up and defend these wrestlers. Here's the deal. And this goes for real life. At the end of the day, you bleed just like how I bleed. You go through shit just like how I go through shit. But at the end of the day, these wrestlers, as much as y'all still like them, they're still strangers. To all of us here, they're still strangers. I don't know what goes on behind the scenes from wrestling. And guess what? Neither does the next fan, neither does anyone else. The only people that know what goes on behind that ring, behind that curtain when they walk in, for an entrance, is of course those wrestlers and of course Tony Khan, because he owns the shit. No one knows what's going on behind the scenes. Here's the deal. A wrestler can be nice in the public eye. They can be nice in person, but you have absolutely no idea how these people are when it's outside of the ring. And I want people to really understand that. The same can be said when it goes to your NFL, when it goes to your NFL team, NFL player, NFL GM, when it goes to someone, when it goes to sports, when it goes to artists, when it goes to anyone else, unless they blatantly make it clear how much, how much they want to keep it genuine and honest with you. Unless you legit really know that person, you don't really know how they are in the public eye. So for CM Punk to make that outburst like he did, I can understand a little bit of the outburst, because first off, you shouldn't be mentioning shit from 10 years ago that had to do with two people. Now, where I think he was over the top with was him having to mention all three of the executive vice presidents, along with him having to mention, Deshaun Watson. We can say that. Nobody knows Deshaun Watson for real. Nobody knew what Deshaun Watson was really about. Now, understandably, he has all this stuff on him. Here's the deal. At first, with Deshaun Watson having to come out, we think, okay, he's a nice guy, this and that, talks to the public, this and that, he's all good. Now all this start to come up. And well, here we are. Dude just got an 11-game suspension for fucking around with women. You wouldn't think he'd be like that, but yeah, Tiger Woods too. Yeah, Tiger Woods got hit up on some shit. Now granted, everyone's gonna look past it because it's Tiger Woods. Everyone's gonna look past it because it's Tiger Woods. But at the end of the day, everyone has their own baggage. Everyone has their own toxicity. Even the nicest people even the nicest people you see in the public eye, in some form, they have some toxicity. Let's go ahead and take The Rock, for example, right? The Rock is the most famous fucking person on this planet Earth, arguably the most famous. As nice as we know The Rock is, amazing human being. You cannot sit here and say that he doesn't have some toxic traits to him that's going to rub some people the wrong way. That's the case for everybody in the world. I'm going to continue on with more of this. So, CM Punk said that it was revealed that, okay, we already read this. I don't care about the Pittsburgh Penguins. I don't watch hockey. If y'all care about the Pittsburgh Penguins, then you would know that he said, fuck the Penguins. He said this here. There's people who call themselves EVPs that should have fucking known better. This shit was none of their business. Which, again, I completely understand that. But while I understand that, we don't know how much the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega got involved with this situation. But I will say I understand this. This has nothing to do with the EVPs. This has nothing to do with anybody in the locker room. This has nothing to do with anybody in the company. It sure as hell has nothing to do with the media, and it has nothing to do with us as fans. It has to do with those two, and it should have stuck with that. Now, there's more that's said here, where he said that I understand it's sticking up for your friends. I fucking get it. I stuck up for him. I paid his bills, and I didn't, and it was my decision not to. He also said this, I'm trying to run a business, and when someone who hasn't done a damn thing in this business jeopardizes the first $1 million house this company has drawn off of my fucking back and goes on national television, it's a disgrace to the industry and disgrace to this company. Now, I have a feeling with that right there, he was referring to Hangman Adam Page with that one. Now, I'm not going to speak more on that situation because there's probably more people that know about that more than I do. But I mean, it's him and Hangman Page, whichever which is whichever which. In regards to MJF returning, Tony Khan was the one that reached out to him to come back. He said it was the best thing for this company was to bring him back. Of course, it ought to be. The last thing you want to do is let one of your hottest products walk and go right to WWE. You already did that with Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is in WWE living the time of his life right now. Now, granted, he's healing his injuries, but that man is living the time of his life in WWE right now. That man's looking to win the WWE Championship, and he might do that very, very soon the minute he comes back. Now, he said this. Punk said it's because he, Tony Khan, wants me to work with pricks. Now, that's where, in my opinion, CM Punk was saying that in character, because, of course, in character, we know Maxwell Jacob Freeman's an asshole. Now, Fuyu said this. In contrast, Gordon Ramsay is publicly a jerk, but behind the cameras, he's a goofball that's unshamedly embarrasses his kids. See? Exactly my point, Fuyu. Thank you. More with that. We got Gordon Ramsay and we got Deshaun Watson. People that we wouldn't think that they are what they are. You know, we know who they are behind the camera. You would think, okay, this guy's a nice guy behind the camera. This guy's a nice guy in the camera. Talking about Deshaun Watson. Then we got Gordon Ramsay. This guy's a complete and utter dickhead and asshole in the camera. But damn, he know how to cook. Meanwhile, outside of it, he's just completely nice ass dude. Thank you for that. That's definitely two great examples right there. Contrast between what they are. Here's one other thing he said. He said, CM Punk said, I've never spoken his word. I don't know or how long, and I'm a bit fucking pissed off about it when it came down that he, talking about Colt Cabana, was gonna sue me. I asked to talk to him and he refused. When I asked for mediation, he refused. I offered him money. He said it wasn't enough. He went ahead with the lawsuit and sued. It's his fucking funeral. I don't fucking care. He shares a bank account with his mom. Tells you all you need to know what kind of character he is. Now, a lot of people see this in two ways. They see it as an insult to his mom, but another way people are seeing it as an insult to Colt still, because he's using his mom to hide. So it's looked at in both ways. I'm not going to touch on that subject anymore than I already had. He also said this. Punk apologized to Nick, who's a journalist, for being snippy towards him. I'm hurt, I'm old, I'm fucking tired, and I work with fucking children. That sounds like some babysitter shit to say, honestly. I mean, that sounds like some shit a babysitter would say. Of course, Punk's talking about Mindy's Bakery. I'm not in Chicago, so I don't know. He also said this. If you're an EVP, you don't try to middle your top babyface. Try to get your niche audience on the internet to hate him for some made up bullshit. And it really pissed me off. Stepping on your own dick trying to make money, sell tickets, fill arenas, and these stupid guys think they're in Rosetta. I'm going to mention a little bit of this when it goes to Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, and Hangman Adam Page when it goes to their work in the ring. To where I can see the benefit of the doubt with why he said this. Now, as of late with AEW, in my opinion, their shows have not only been pretty mid, but also the simple fact that I can see a little bit of what Punk was trying to say here, because with what they're doing with the writing, it's a little bit much. It's too much. It's crazy for people that are currently wrestling. It's like, why y'all don't know what the hell, why is it you don't know what the hell you're doing when it goes to writing these people? Now, I can see a little bit of what he's trying to say there. At least a little bit. He also said this: we got a locker room full of brilliant minds. We got Jerry Lynn, we got Dean Malenko, and Mark Henry. To say that isn't worth shit when you have an empty-headed idiot, talking about Hangman, who's never done anything in the business, do public interviews and say, I don't really take advice. What he said was, who the fuck do you think you are? That's stupid. I'm on a team with Barry Bonds, Mark McGuire's, and Sammy Sosa's. I don't need to work on my swing. Fucking go fuck yourself. I fucking dare you to say that to Terry Funk's face. So that was what he had to say there. He had to say. He was talking about he was wearing another wrestler's boots. Talking about Danhausen, the guy that like to curses people. Now, he also said this about Maxwell Jacob Freeman, and that's the last thing that he had to say here. He said, I think Max is a supremely talented individual. This goes out to him and anybody else in that locker room that doesn't want to be here. The grass isn't greener on the other side. The grass is greener where you water it. And, of course, that was the last bit that I had to get from the screenshot. Now, I'm going to look at this in both ways as best I can. Really, I'm really slightly biased towards CM Punk because I get it. But I'm going to look at this both ways. For one, what CM Punk did actually jeopardized the company a little bit more than, way more than he realized. Because this whole statement right here, a majority of it shouldn't have even been said. Shouldn't be said. Him going after the EVPs shouldn't have been said. Going after the Young Bucks Omega, I understand the frustration. I get it. But you put the company in big trouble when you're out here having to mention this kind of stuff, particularly with the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. They're not. I don't blame the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega for getting pissed off with that. That's a little bit too much. I don't blame them from there. I also can see this here. What he did was very unprofessional. In terms of a work environment, that's a little unprofessional. Again, to point this out, I understand the frustration. I understand him having to just say, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to lay it all out right here. I don't care anymore. I get that more than the next person. But if you want to look at this from a business point of view, that shit that shouldn't be said to the media. Especially when you want to factor this in. We just talked about Maxwell Jacob Freeman having to come back. Literally in CM Punk's own hometown of Chicago. You would think when some shit that happens in Chicago, especially when it goes to wrestling, and a hometown hero comes back from in that same area, especially in Chicago, you would think that person would be booed to hell. But the fact that it was MJF that came back and that crowd went nuts. They cheered him over CM Punk, for fuck's sakes. I did not expect to see that. The fact that this whole media thing is talked about way more than MJF, this is where I gotta say that's unprofessional. It fucked up MJF in a way. Just like how with Wardlow's situation, everyone's still mentioning that as a comparison with what MJF did, it fucked up Wardlow. So now there's that little chain there. So yeah, when it goes to CM Punk, him having to pull all this out, it's unprofessional and it hurts the company that he's working for. This could actually get him fired. Now I understand what people are gonna say here. Well, CM Punk, he's the top guy. You know, there's no way they're gonna sit up there and let him go. Honestly, I feel that exact way. But look, at the end of the day, I understand y'all want to say money talks, but look, money can only talk for so much if the people in the locker room are unhappy with what the hell just went down. Now, there's also one other thing that has not been said here. CM Punk did praise one other individual, and that was Adam Cole. He said, Adam Cole, he's a nice dude. He's a sweetheart. I hope he gets better. I hope he focuses. I'm worried about his mental state. I hope he gets better mentally and physically. It's crazy because out of all this that I read so far, he had time to praise MJF. He also, one more thing he said with MJF, he said, look, I think he said something with Max, trying to think of it. He said, look, Max, MJF, he shits where he eats, or some shit like that. You would think that'd be an insult, but that's actually a compliment to MJF. That means like, where he goes is where he's gonna shit at, and everyone else is where everyone else. So, I guess he understands that. Fuyu said, look at that women's tag team championship where the champs both walked because they scripted them to lose. Right, see, that was done professionally. But here's what was unprofessional. What was unprofessional was WWE actually sitting up there and making it a massive ass deal, especially on TV. That was foul. That was fucked up. That's just me, but that was foul. There has been plenty of times WWE have been unprofessional, especially in Vince's reign. So we'll find out and see if that continues under Triple H, who's been doing a good job. But yeah, that's how I see it. I get CM Punk's frustration. I understand his frustration. But this should not be talked about more than MJF returning. This shouldn't be talked about more than a tag team match. But look, if this is making Tony Khan money, it's going to make you money, but it's going to hurt your people. It's going to hurt your roster. And I hope for him that sooner or later he learns that, look, you're going to have to balance some shit out. Another thing, I'm going to put out with Tony Khan here. I'm actually going to go off on him in a little bit. My problem with Tony Khan is he didn't rein it back with CM Punk. He didn't hold them back. He should have held them back. If CM Punk, who's a wrestler in this company, works for you and you're the fucking boss, if he's not gonna tolerate the EVPs, but he tolerates you, then you, as a boss, not as a friend, as a boss, should have told him, yo, rein it back a bit, please. Rein that back a bit. That whole time, looking at that media scrum, Tony Khan looked like a bitch the whole time. The whole way. He looked like somebody that was legitimately scared to combat what CM Punk had to say. Hell, let me see if I could find a meme clip of what he said here. Like, hold up, I'm gonna see if I need to find it.
So I'm not gonna sit back and take this fucking shit. I'm serious. I'm not gonna sit back and take this fucking shit.
Now, this was in reference to WWE, but I had to sit up here and take this. Like, that's like this is a meme for me. He said, I'm sit back and not gonna take it. Bro, you took it multiple times. Not only did you take it from CM Punk, you let him go ahead and go off. You also sat up there and took it from WWE when they just sat up there and went off on the weekend and just had fun with their pay-per-views. They had fun. I'm gonna see what that's all about with Jeff Hardy later. But yeah, y'all gotta look at the media scrum for yourself if you haven't. Tony Khan literally looked scared. When CM Punk talked, when Swerve Strickland talked, everyone else, it was pretty normal. But when those two talks, I saw fear in that man's eyes. But I'm also going to hold him responsible for this. Because the reason why, in my personal opinion, the biggest reason why the pay-per-view was so fucking bad is because he has such an abundance of talent. He has so many people on that roster. he put himself into a corner where he's trying to get all of this time in for these wrestlers. The thing is, you can't do that. Some of these wrestlers, they're going to have to either go to different promotions, or they're going to have to take some time on Dynamite, or extend the hour on Rampage, which I've literally said this for about a full year now since Rampage existed, since it came out. I said, look, why the hell is AEW Rampage 2 hours? It should be at least, I'm sorry, why is AEW Rampage 1 hour? It should at least be 2 hours. 2 to 3 hours, maybe. Dynamite is 8 to 10, right? Rampage should be 8 to 10. It shouldn't be like 10 o'clock or some shit like that where you can barely squeeze some matches in. Give people a little bit more time and let them have some fun with this shit. You know what I mean? So for Tony Khan, that's his first problem. He has too much talent. Another thing, this is just me having to see it with him. He treats everybody in that locker room as a friend. You cannot do that. See, look, as much as we give Vince McMahon shit, here's the deal. Vince McMahon knew that, look, this is my company, this is my business, this is my baby. If you're doing anything to jeopardize my baby, I'm going to make sure you pay for it. I have to. Vince McMahon's not, unless you are a literal top star in the fucking company, he's not going to treat you as a friend. He's going to treat you as expendable. As much as we shit on Vince McMahon for that, there's a reason why WWE's held up for as long as it has. Because Vince had that kind of mindset. He wasn't correct on everything, but that was one of the big ones he was massively correct over. Even goes for his bigger talent. He would suspend that talent, but he wouldn't outright fire him unless if he had to. Now, it's crazy because Matt Hardy spoke recently, not too long ago on some shit like this. If y'all remember the situation that happened with Edge and Lita, Edge, Matt Hardy and Lita, it went from a personal situation to an actual fucking storyline. And what Vince McMahon had to say with them two is, look, if y'all, this is before Edge became what he is, by the way. Way before. This is what he had to say with the situation. What he said was, look, if y'all two have a personal altercation like that again, I will make sure you will not wrestle in this company. And they settled it. They settled it. Clearly, it worked. They settled it. It's shit like that where it should have been handled that way with Tony Khan, but he's treating everyone too much like a friend. Tony Khan treats the wrestlers like how you guys would treat, like nowadays, we got the Amiibos. He would treat them like Amiibos or treat them like Funko Pops. He would treat them like action figures. That's how he's treating them. That's how he's treating Keith Lee. That's how he's treating Swerve. That's how he's treating CM Punk. That's how he's treating the used to be Undisputed Era because Bobby Fish is about to leave. That's how he's treating literally everyone in the company as action figures. Not only just when it goes to the product in the ring, but product outside the ring. As friends, as action figures, whatever. What's good with you, Eagles? But yeah, this has to be settled with not only Tony Khan. This has to be settled with the Young Bucks as well. The Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. My issue with the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega particularly, and I'm sure y'all have seen this so many times when it goes to their matches. That's just why I said I kind of can't blame CM Punk when it goes to the statement that he made with him, with how they treat some of the wrestlers, like how they write the shit. when it goes to their matches, you'll see it every time. It's the most choreographed shit that you see. It's the same shit that you see every time. You know, there's always a spot there that they have to do. There's a spot there that they have to do. This and that. Spot there, spot here, spot here, spot there, spot here. Matt Hardy was correct when he called them spot monkeys. That's exactly what the fuck the Young Bucks are. Now, for me, it's like this. It's cool at one point. It's cool a couple times. But when you see it every fucking day, every fucking match that they do, it's going to get repetitive and it's going to get annoying. That's what I see with the Young Bucks. That's sadly what I see with Kenny Omega. I see literally the same spots that they do every time I watch them wrestle. And it's like, I understand y'all want to be safe. I get that. But if y'all have no other way to make some entertainment out of what the fuck you have going on, that's y'all problem. I just hydrated. Thank you. That's y'all problem. That goes for everybody else. Y'all hydrate. Y'all drink some shit. Y'all have to. Okay? So, that's my problem with the Young Bucks. I'm not saying they're not bad wrestlers. And Kenny Omega, I'm not even saying he's a bad wrestler. They're good wrestlers. My problem with them is that y'all literally do the same wrestling shit every fucking time. It's almost like, it's literally like John Cena level. John Cena was hated for this. He was hated for this. Because he sat up there and did the same 3-4 moves that everybody saw coming. And it's like, you know what? I'm getting tired of seeing this shit. It's boring and it's annoying. Roman Reigns probably still is hated for this. But the reason why Roman Reigns is getting a pass right now is because he's letting his character work speak for himself. He's letting his character work overshadow what he's doing in the ring. That's another thing, in my opinion, that the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega really don't have. Oh, that's Randy Orton? We'll talk about that later. You wild for that comment, Choco. You wild for that. You wild for that. By the way, speaking of Randy Orton, the same can be said for Randy Orton. Especially from after 2009, 2010, the same thing went with Randy Orton. But you want to know why? You want to know what makes it such a passable thing with Randy Orton? Again, his character work spoke for itself. Literally, his character work spoke for itself. The problem with this with the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega, for me personally, is not just the fact that y'all doing the same exact fucking moves over and over, but it's also the fact that y'all character work is stale as shit, and I can never get into it. I got into Kenny Omega back then when he was in New Japan. I can't get into him now. It's like, it's boring to me. I got him mixed up with John Cena in real steel chair matches. Speaking of, that also got annoying. Having to see the same fucking wrestlers over and over again face each other one-on-one. Literally, Randy Orton and John Cena had like 25 fucking matches with one another. That shit got boring. I drank my Gatorade with low sugar. That's my hydration. I'm for it. I'm drinking me some ginger ale, some zero sugar ginger ale, but raspberry flavor. But yeah, that's all I gotta say with AEW. Y'all know my pros. Y'all know my cons. Now, I'm gonna say this one more time with AEW. This is what y'all motherfuckers need to do over there in AEW. What y'all need to do, real simple shit. Y'all need to nip that shit in the bud if y'all can. If not, it's not gonna be just the roster you're gonna have a problem with. You're gonna have y'all money. This y'all money about to go down and down and down and down. Especially since the Triple H and WWE is going up and up and up and up. Ever since Triple H took over, and I knew this was coming. The minute Triple H took over, the momentum was going to shift in the wrestling business with AEW and WWE. I mean, let's be honest. Didn't really mind the John Cena part. I kind of understand it. And didn't we, in didn't we also forget that he was a killer and not quit in last man stand matches? Are you talking about with this with John Cena? Because if so, that is confirmed. Yeah. Yeah, that is true. I have almond milk. Hey, let's go. Got me drinking almond milk. Talking about J. Cole. Sorry. But, that's it. AEW gotta get their shit together. Now, I almost forgot one more thing. This is potentially a situation because of that little altercation. Apparently, there was an altercation after the media scrum. I need to cover this too. After the media scrum, there was an altercation. The Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, CM Punk, and some other dude that CM Punk was with. They had a fight. Backstage, they had a fight. Apparently, they had a fight. Punk apparently might be hurt again because of the fight. Keep in mind, I'm going to let y'all know, CM Punk literally just won the AEW World Championship. He just won. Jon Moxley was the champion heading into that event. CM Punk walked out of that event the champion. So this would be insane if the second time straight this ends up happening where CM Punk wins a world championship and he has a completely short fucking reign because he can't stay healthy. Now, we will find out and see if that is true. We do not know if this is the case. But what I do know is this. The AEW World title should not be passed around like fucking candy. In my opinion, though, really in my opinion, the person that should have kept the title, it should have been Jon Moxley. Regardless if CM Punk was hurt or not, it still should have been Jon Moxley, in my opinion. Because you could have held that title on a little longer until MJF was ready to face it, no matter who it was against. No matter if it was against no matter if it was against Jon Moxley, no matter if it was against CM Punk, here's the deal. The next pay-per-view, if that was truly confirmed with him having to come back, talking specifically about MJF, that person was going to drop that belt regardless. So, CM Punk getting hurt and he's the world champ, not a good look on AEW. I mean, you can tell for the comments, people just going in on this shit. Now, CM Punk right now looking at as injury prone. If I was him, retirement about to start looming again. Now, he did take 7 years off. And those 7 years, they're coming back to bite him. I will say that for sure. So we will see what else is going to happen with the situation. If y'all want to check out more on the situation with AEW, you can go ahead and go to this Reddit, or you can go ahead and go to Twitter and follow a couple of wrestling outlets. They do a good job of trying to catch up with the situation as best they can. Now, he said this right here. Ooh, this is very interesting. Jon Moxley said this? Oh, okay, that's a promo, my bad. It's crazy because Mox is low-key not wrong, where he said, you should take the time to really enjoy CM Punk while he's here, because he's not going to be here much longer. Fragile mind, fragile ego, and fragile body. Ouch. That was the promo leading up to the event. So, Moxley might be Moxtradamus right here. It's insane. Hey, look, I was thinking the same thing. Absolutely insane. Alright, so next we're gonna talk about this. We got a couple of games here that we need to look forward to. We're gonna go ahead and move on. And we talked enough about AEW. I'm gonna talk a little bit about gaming here. So we have a couple of games here. I'm gonna take a look at that for myself. We have a couple of games here that we're gonna talk about that's coming up either this week or coming up later on, either next month or whatever. So here's one I'm going to look forward to. In fact, I already have it in schedule, and that is NBA 2K23, where I legitimately cannot wait for this to come out. Now, if y'all know about what I said initially with NBA 2K23. I said I was getting it for the My GM era mode, and stuff like this is absolutely why. So I'm gonna look at some gameplay here, a little bit of it. Thank you, Shakedown 2012. I remember having to look at them not too long ago. You can see shit like this is why. Look at how much attention to detail is put into this. This is back in what, 1985, 1984. I'm sorry, 1984, because Jordan's rookie year was 1985. This is what it all looked like back in 1985, 1984. This was how the presentation looked. You got the scoreboard here, North Carolina first half, whatever it is, whatnot. You had no shot clock, I believe, at that time. At least I don't know if you did. You have all of this stuff here. It's like, this is what I want in the game. I don't care about any of this other stuff. This is online stuff. I don't care. This is what I want. This is what I'm seeing here. This is what I want. I want to be able to go back in time and to be able to experience not only the Jordan Challenge, but to experience the presentation, experience the era of what it was like back in I'll cover Temtem Choco. Don't worry, I'll cover it. I heard a little bit about it. I will definitely cover it. I'm gonna definitely cover it. This is what I wanted to see. The attention to detail when it goes to stuff like this. Look, even a replay. That's attention to detail when it goes to the replay. That's how it all looked. That's how you transition from one thing to the other. It wasn't like how it is nowadays. Back in the 1980s, 1990s, that's how transition was, like, right into replay. So, absolutely love it with what they're doing here. And I just can't wait. The game comes out on Thursday. It sucks for me because I work on that Thursday, and I work on the Friday when Splatoon 3 comes out, which another game we're going to cover. Yeah, this is what I can't wait for. This is definitely a game I'm going to look forward to, and hopefully it's a game that you guys can look forward to as well as a sports fan, where you're able to actually go back in time and get to experience at least a little bit of what it was like back in the 80s, back in the 90s, back in the early 2000s, or just get to relive those moments again. I didn't watch sports in the 80s. I didn't know what it was like in the 80s. I was born in 96, so basically around the late 96. I'm sorry, not late 96, early 96, January 31st. But yeah, late 90s, so to speak. I'm a late 90s baby. So I don't know what football was like in the 90s. I know a good bit of what football was like in 2000s. For me to be able to have something like this is what I want to do. And this doesn't just extend to Michael Jordan. This extends with the My GM's era. So I get to sit up there and become the 76ers of the 70s or 80s and know what it was like. And I can't wait. That's NBA 2K23. That's where I'm looking forward to playing. Now, I understand there's the My Career mode. There's the online modes. But here's the deal, people. I'm not playing NBA 2K23 for the online modes because I don't care about the online modes. Now, will I play it here and there? Of course, I'll play it here and there. But I'm not going to play it every fucking day. I'm going to play the My Career. I'm going to play the My GMs. I'm going to play the Dynasty mode. And I'm going to have a lot of fun with this. Now, will I be streaming this a lot? Probably not, no, because I'm a variety gamer. But I will be playing a lot of this game offline. I will tell you that right now. The next game I'm going to get into, which is from Choco's little suggestion, is Temtem here. So, I remember seeing Stormy Rise actually sit up there and play this game before. I believe I did see her play this game before. Yeah, I saw her play a little bit of this.
Even if some of the sprinkled in pop culture
So,
references and story elements.
if y'all want an alternative to Pokemon, this would be your alternative to Pokemon right here. So, I'm curious to see what this is about. So, I'm going to look at a little bit of this as I can. We're gonna look at
Only
this.
a few places felt like a slog for me to get through, such as the Tuckma and Arbory branches of the story. Now, I can't entirely go into why these locations kind of brought the overall story
Now,
down,
apparently the game is
without going into
crossplay as well,
detail. But when I
so
get there, I'm
whatever
confident
price
most
it's
will
at,
feel the
I will
same.
take a look at it
One
and
of
see
the
what
best
price it
parts of the
is.
game's story was actually in the
But hey, the
sound
game is
design.
crossplay,
The
so
game is
y'all
not
can't
on
complain. Y'all can't
These
get
all tie
mad.
intricately between the different islands, NPCs, and story beats, giving you ample reason to visit old regions, unlock new areas, and are honestly super enjoyable.
I'm gonna open up
narratively.
this rice
Now, this
pudding I
isn't
got
the
here.
only major difference. If it wasn't for me being such a sucker for lore in just about any game, I'd say the design of the combat experience in Temtem is damn near perfect, and probably the most important difference.
Holy shit. Savage suplex.
All battles are conducted in a doubles format. There are no single one-on-one encounters in the entire
Wow.
game, even
No
in
single.
PvP. Not only does this
Tag
benefit
team.
the whole co-op option within the game, but across the board, it makes battles much more difficult. The simplest way that I can describe it is this felt more like playing chess, whereas other monster catcher games just felt like a game of rock, paper, scissors. Now, in order to better explain this, I'll break down the different systems playing into the overall combat loop, all the while showcasing just how beautiful the attack animations are in this game. First up is the stamina system. Now here, no moves have use limits in battles through something like power points. Instead, all moves, depending on their utility and power level, have a fixed stamina cost, and each Temtem has a unique amount of stamina available to it via training. The catch is, just because a move might require more stamina than you have available at the time, doesn't mean that you can't use it. Instead, whatever your stamina bar doesn't cover in cost will be taken away from your health pool instead. Additionally, depleting
Wow,
your
that's a
stamina
nice
bar
little
will also
drawback.
render you overexerted for one turn and require you to rest. Now by default, every Temtem regenerates a mild amount of stamina at the end of each turn, so opting to rest and do nothing is also on the table. Additionally, every move is part of an overall hold and priority system. Some moves can be used each turn consistently, while others require your Temtem to have been on the field for a set number of turns before that move becomes available to use. Now upon using it, you'll be required to wait that same number of turns before it can be used again. The priority system, on the other hand, factors in your Temtem's speed.
I'm gonna say this. That's cool as shit. I don't know about y'all. I like that a lot better than Pokemon. I like that situation. I like that a lot better than Pokemon. A lot better. Because here's the deal. And y'all know this as much as me. Especially for you. When y'all play Pokemon, y'all got a number of times to use a specific move until you can't use it no more. Especially when it goes to specific abilities that are really high impact. Let's take Judgment for an example, right? Let's take Judgment. How many times do you do Judgment? Like 10 times? 5 times? Because it's such a powerful ass fucking ability, you only get that many amount of times you can use it. And if you can't use it anymore, the only way that you would have to use it again is you have to go to, for me personally, as far as I know, you would have to go to the Pokemon Center, heal your Pokemon. That's literally how I did it. I went to the Pokemon Center, healed up my Pokemon, or just whatever it was my Pokemon had to do, got it over and done with, and then after that, it is what it is. That as far as I knew was ways I could refill the amount of times I could use the move was if I used it all up, I had to go to the Pokemon Center. That's it. I had to be very selective with how I wanted to use these moves. So to have it this way, where they're all based on stamina, and if you use it too much, you're hurting your Pokemon, you're hurting your your Temtem in this case. That's fucking brilliant. And I wish that was something that Pokemon would do. That they will not do. Because PP Restore items, I almost either never find them or I never use them. Ether and Elixir, okay. I would either never find them or I would never use them. That's on me. But, yeah. So, for what Fuyu said, the price of the game is it's $50 for the base, $60 and $70 for the deluxe. And the reason why that's the case, first off, hold up. The fact that it's $50, y'all want to talk about, y'all want to say, oh, you want to get mad at this? Look, motherfucker, I just pre-ordered NBA 2K23. That's $74 out of my fucking pocket because of taxes. That's $74 out of my pocket. So the fact that game is $50, thank you. I'm not even mad at that. If it drops to 40, go ahead. In fact, we can see for ourselves. Hold up. Hold up. I want to see for myself. I'm like, thank you, bro. Like, okay, it's $45 on Steam. $45. $41 if you're doing a Humble Bundle. $41 on the PlayStation Store. So $42. $42 to $44. That's not bad. PS5's price is different from the Switch price. Oh, okay. Even so, I stand by what I said. Good. 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 I failed to see the problem. Good. Good. Not mad at this. Good. What's the Switch price? Give me a minute. I can look this up right now. Okay, Switch price $45. So basically the same. Basically the same price. It's $45. $64 for the digital. $65 for the digital. Deluxe edition. Wow, I did not know that. So it's an online only game. That fucking sucks. That fucking sucks. But yeah, there you go. That's Temtem. That's not bad for a Pokemon alternative. Now we got one more game. I'm gonna go ahead and have up here. Of course, y'all should already know what's about to happen. If I mention NBA 2K, you know I'm gonna have to mention Splatoon. So, people. Oh my God, Splatoon. Man, should be some. There you go. Now, here's what makes this a little bit more crazy to believe, right? Splatoon and NBA 2K. Would you believe me if I told you that Splatoon and NBA 2K come out literally one day apart? They come out right next to each other. I'm sorry, not even one day apart. They literally just come out right next to each other. See, someone offered getting it for me, but I declined because of the Tom Temtem teams or horrid policies. You can, feel free to go ahead and explain. If you want to, feel free to go ahead and explain. But yeah, y'all saw me play. If y'all haven't, you can look back on the past broadcast yourself. But I played Splatoon 3 earlier. You know, one thing I loved the most about Splatoon 3 was the weapons that they have really put into the game. Specifically the katana wiper, the windshield wiper you can use as a fucking katana. Fucking love it, and it was just, I was just killing it. It was with that and the MZAP. Had a lot of fun with it. Me and Emerald had a lot of fun having to play together. Me, Emerald, Fuyu, absolutely enjoyed it. Bao as well. The only problem that I'm happy they addressed in Splatoon 3, in Splatoon 3 that they didn't address at all in Splatoon 2 was the fact that you can finally actually team up with your fucking people. I'm like, thank you. What took y'all so long? Splatoon actually, Nintendo being once again the granddad that they are, want to go ahead and be late and finally put this shit in here. So, luckily it's finally here. Oh, and also you get a pre-game lobby having to sit up there and just shoot shit as the game loads. Thank you for that too. But yeah, I can't wait for Splatoon 3. It's going to be very fun. Me and the fandoms, we're definitely going to have some fun having to play this, whether it's with the multiplayer mode or it's with the Salmon Run. And I'm curious to see how the Salmon Run is going to be because I have not looked at any bit of the Salmon Run and I don't want to. Other than that, I can't wait. I can't wait. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have some fun with these two games. I'm gonna have some fun with these two games as best I can. Like I said, the only problem I have with these two games coming out, not only right next to each other, because I don't have a lot of time, but another problem is the fact that I work. I literally work 4 days straight. I'm on my second break right now. Monday, today's Tuesday off. Wednesday's my last day of break. Then after that, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I work. But luckily, I got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off. So I'm definitely going to be putting in work with Splatoon and NBA 2K. So I can't wait. I'm going to be breaking my head over things. Why are you breaking your head over things? Now I'm going to read more of what Choco had to say here. The Switch version has bad connection. Most people can't even make their character. God damn, I hope they fix it. I just now caught that part. You said they at one point had a no refund, no chance to challenge or ask policy when it came to the bans. They finally opened up emails and allowed inquiries once they started losing money over that bonehead decision. Well, hopefully they fix the shit. I pray they fix the shit. I hope. I pray. Please tell me they fixed the shit. Hopefully they learned from the situation. Hopefully they're a little bit more better over the situation. Please. Please. But yeah, I have one more thing now we're gonna go ahead and talk about, but those are my 3 games I'm gonna mention to you guys that, hopefully, you guys can get into at some point. Hold up, I cannot think of a single pro wrestling disagreement that is worth more than whatever amount of money could be made by squashing these issues and working together. The interest in this is insane. Whoa. Okay. I'm gonna save that. It's for the football league. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and promote my football league. Yeah, feel free to go ahead, football league. Our bans are fixed. The internet only. The Switch players today are being vocal about it. Whoa. This is right now issue. Okay. I hope they fix it. I pray they fix it. I very much pray they fix it. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and talk about one more thing. We're gonna talk about the NFL. So I'm sure y'all that was here for this long, I know y'all been waiting for this. Kaz, I know you've been here for this long. You've been waiting for this. Eagles, I know you've been here for this long. We've been waiting for this. We've all have. So here's the deal. NBA 2K23 isn't the only thing that's coming out on Thursday. What's coming out on Thursday is this. The Bills and the Rams. We are finally back with the National Football League. In this case, fuck it, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and play that alert one more fucking time. Yeah, I know it's Eagles. I know the Eagles don't play till Sunday, but fuck it, I'm going to do it again. We are back with the NFL to where you're going to be hearing, I'm going to be hearing that song hopefully a lot this year. But we're not going to talk about the Eagles yet. That too. You know what's a shame? What's a shame is I don't have the Dallas Sucks right now. I don't have it right now. But I'm going to put it on there. It's crazy how I don't have that on there. But I am definitely going to look to put it on there by the time we're done. Dallas do suck, though. But let's not get sidetracked. Let's talk about what's going on here. Buffalo Bills versus the Los Angeles Rams, the first game of the season. Okay, I'm going to work on it later. But yeah, the Buffalo Bills versus the Los Angeles Rams, the first game of the season. Finally. First game of the season. We waited for so long. We are back. We are over and done with it. So, what are the predictions for this game? Who do I think is going to win this game? Who do I think is going to lose this game? Here's how I see it. The Buffalo Bills had a phenomenal draft. They had a good free agency as well. The Los Angeles Rams didn't really do too much. They understandably didn't have to do too much. They re-signed everybody back. Only one they didn't sign was Odell Beckham. We still don't know of him because he's injured, but we can have a pretty good idea that he's going to come back with the Rams because he won with them. He didn't win with the Giants. I don't know why he said, okay, I might go back with the Giants. The Giants not doing shit. They haven't done shit since you left. And they still haven't. The last year that he was there. But this is what I do know. Is this is going to be an interesting game. I see the Bills coming out and winning this game. You want to know why I see the Bills coming out and winning this game? I see the Bills coming out and winning this game only because of the fact that the Bills are just, I feel like they're just hungrier. You know what I mean? The Rams just won a title. They've been fed. You know what I mean? They just won a title. They're going to be on their honeymoon for quite a bit. We already know what happens when Super Bowl teams get on that honeymoon. They fuck up for that year. Unless your name is the New England Patriots. In the case with Tom Brady. They're the only team that stays consistent. But aside from that, I think the Bills are going to come out. They're going to win this game. They're going to show that they're hungrier than the Rams are. Also, I think because it's Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, it's going to be their world, and everyone's just going to be living in it. That's what I believe. That's what I think. That's literally it. Now, I understand there's Aaron Donald. He's Aaron Donald. He's going to be what he is. He's going to get his sacks. He's going to get his plays. It's Aaron Donald. I understand it's Jalen Ramsey. He's going to get his plays. He's Jalen Ramsey. He's that damn good. But I personally just think that the Buffalo Bills got a lot more to fight for than the Los Angeles Rams do. And I also think I don't think they're as equally as talented as the Rams are, but it's the players they have in place that can fit for a system that I feel like, okay, this is going to help them win the ball game. At least that's how I feel. I understand the Rams are the Rams, but I just feel like the Rams, they're going to be on that honeymoon. I guarantee y'all this, they're going to be on that honeymoon. Are they still going to win a division? Are they still going to have a high chance of winning a division? Of course, but I don't think it's going to come that easy. I really don't. I really, really don't. But that's what I think. I think the Bills are going to win this game 27-21. That's what I think is going to happen. 27-21, the Bills are going to win. Now, next, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Damn, the first game of the season for these two is a rival game. I think, personally, the Bengals are going to win. The Bengals are going to win because they've done a lot to upgrade their team. Not only that, I don't know what the fuck the Steelers are doing, because why would you make Mitch Trubisky the starter? Unless the rookie quarterback they drafted is really not ready. Unless they're going to sit him, which I get it. I don't like the fact that Mitch Trubisky is starting this, because he's just, I don't know. He's weird to me. He's inconsistent to me. Because if he was all that good, he would have made it work with the Bears. That's just me. Granted, the Bears are shitty. The Bears were shitty when he was there. But I personally think the Bengals, they got a lot more talent. They definitely have a lot more talent than the Steelers do. And it's just, that quarterback situation is just ew. I'm not a fan of it. I think but I will say this: the Pittsburgh Steelers, they're all gonna give them a fight. I see the Bengals winning 27. I mean, I see them winning 21-14. No, I'll take it back. 27-14. How about that? They win by a couple scores. Next we have the 49ers and the Bears. That's actually this might be a good game. Might be a good game, but I see 49ers winning 21. No, I'm not going to say 21. I'm going to say it's going to be a little bit more of a lopsided. I'm going to say 30 to 21. No, take back 30 to 14. How about that? 49ers, they might look to win the division this year. I think they will beat the Rams this time around. That's how I see it. Okay, next we got Eagles Lions. Now, I know what people are thinking. Oh, what's the Lions? The Eagles should be able to easily beat the Lions. I get that, but here's the deal. This Lions team, yeah, exactly what Dave Spadaro said here under here. He said last year's Lions matchup means absolutely nothing. This is not the same Lions team from last year. This team is completely different. They had a great draft. They have a damn good wide receiver that they picked up in the first round that the Eagles have to look forward to facing, especially Darius Slay. He has to be ready for them. Their tight end situation is still good. Running back situation is good. Their offensive line is solid. We get to see Big V again. And I would say their defense is looking pretty okay too. This is a completely different Lions team compared to what it was last time. I expect the Lions to give the Eagles a fight. I expect it to be a close game. I expect it to be a 21-17 game going to the Eagles. The Eagles, where did DK go? Are you talking about DK Metcalf? DK Metcalf is still on the Seahawks. He didn't go anywhere. You're talking about Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson went right to the Broncos, who I have a feeling we're going to cover in a little bit. But yeah, it's going to be a very interesting game. I think it's going to be a little bit more closer game than people are going to give the Lions credit for. In fact, they might come out and beat them if the Eagles are not careful. The Eagles defense is going to be the team is going to be paving a way for the victory though. That's how I see it. Next we got Patriots Dolphins. Interesting. All right, Patriots Dolphins. Dolphins right now. Talking about Metcalf, still in the Seahawks. He actually got paid. He got an extension from the Seahawks. He's going to be there for a little bit. Patriots Dolphins are another rival game to start the season. I see the Miami Dolphins actually beating the Patriots here. I see them beating them. They have talent right now. The Dolphins are another team. If I'm in the AFC East, I'll be careful. The Dolphins are looking nasty, especially since they got Tyreek Hill there. But I expect them to win 28-21. It's going to be a little bit close. I see 28-21 though because I think Mac Jones is going to show some improvement, just much more improvement than he did the first year there. His first year there, he's going to show a lot more improvement. But I see it being a 28-21 game. Dolphins going to come out on top. Dolphins going to be starting their season off right. I'm telling you, that's a different fucking team. Next, we got Packers versus the... Give me a minute. Oh, no, never mind. Not Packers versus Vikings. I was about to get into that. But no, we're going to get into all the 1 p.m. Many 1 p.m. games as we can. Browns versus Panthers. This is going to be interesting. Now, if y'all know why this is going to be interesting, is because Baker Mayfield gets to face his old team. Baker Mayfield was on the Browns. Now he goes right to the Panthers. Baker Mayfield has the opportunity to show the Cleveland Browns that they were wrong for what they did. The opportunity to show the Cleveland Browns, look, you shouldn't have never traded for Deshaun Watson, especially since he's out for 11 games. Deshaun Watson doesn't come back until he faces the Texans in Week 11. That's some crazy shit. Oh, hey there, Kayla. How you doing? Hey there, Kayla. What's good? How are you? Didn't I just cover your team? Didn't I just cover your, Aren't you a Steelers fan? Or am I thinking Gigi? I think I'm thinking Gigi there. But how you doing, Kayla? Hope everything's been going well. How you been? But yeah, I see this right now. The Panthers are probably gonna beat the Cleveland Browns off the simple fact that, one, they have a severe quarterback problem. Yeah, I am thinking GG, my bad. One, they have a severe quarterback problem, mainly because of the fact that Deshaun Watson's not coming back until week 11 because he got suspended for his bullshit. Now, while, yes, the Browns are talented, and yes, they have a great defense, who else knows that defense more than Baker Mayfield? He's faced that defense in practice since he got there. He knows the ins and outs of how they work. He knows the weaknesses of how it works. Now, does he have the talent for it? We will find out. He gets Christian McCaffrey by his side. We're going to see how he do. But for the time being, I see the Panthers beating the Browns. I see them beating them with a score of, it's going to be a short score. It's going to be a pretty short score. I see them beating them 17-14. I see it being that short of a game. I see it being that defensive of a game. And not even really that defensive, but more so just the quarterback situation for the Browns is ass. That's how I see it. Kill me for it. Next, we got the Colts and the Texans. I'm sure we know where this is going. Choco, I'm sorry for your Texans. The Colts are going up against the Texans are going up against the Colts. I know where this is going. You're going up against Jonathan Taylor. That's a problem. I just noticed the smile you got when I came in. Oh my god. Yeah, because it's always good to see you. You're always a ray of sunshine, Kayla. You're always good. I'm always happy to see you. Texans lose? Yeah, pretty much. This Colts team has something to fight for. Yeah, this Colts team, they got something to fight for. No, why am I lying? Why am I lying? This Colts team has something to fight for. They did not like the fact that they literally missed the playoffs because they couldn't get the job done. Now, granted, Carson Wentz is not there anymore. They replaced Carson Wentz with Matt Ryan. But, to say the least, they're not happy with how that season ended. They don't have a first-round pick. Yes, you are. Stop doing this to yourself. By the way, let me give a shout-out for Kayla Prodstar as well. She's absolutely amazing. She's just recently started streaming. She has her own setup now. She's fucking great. She listen, I bet you the clip I put up here of her is gonna show her being a ray of sunshine. Watch this.
I know Mom was watching.
I'll be back.
Why is Claire and Limza?
Wait, are you all in Limsa?
No, we're in our house.
Wait, our house?
Yes.
I just went to the
We're not at the guild house.
Oh yeah, so bets are having their butts like hell.
Okay, hold on. Claire or Mom? Which one is this? I think that's Claire.
Yep. Go check out Kayla. She plays Final Fantasy 14. She's absolutely great. She plays it damn near. I don't know if Kayla has a schedule, but she definitely does play it a lot. And I'm happy to see her play it a lot. Happy to see her having a lot of fun. But yeah, Colts are gonna beat the Texans. There's gonna be a lopsided score. I'm not even gonna give a score. Heck yes. Hell yes. Final Fantasy 14, retired DNC main. Former DNC main, former SMN main. I do not know Final Fantasy talk. Kayla, you probably know it more than I do. Fledgling, THM, and WHM. I know nothing. I'm going to keep my mouth shut because I don't know shit. White Mage main and DNC. I do not know shit. I'm going to let you and Choco handle that. Oh, God. But, yeah. Oh, God. Next, we got another rival game. We got the Saints and the Falcons. Oh, so we got two teams that one's looking at a rebuild, in my opinion. Either looking at a rebuild or just there just to be there in the Saints. And we got the Falcons, a team that's actually on the come up but needs a fucking quarterback, in my opinion. So, the way how I see it, I think Falcons are gonna win. I personally think the Falcons are gonna win. The Falcons got a way better. The Falcons, in my opinion, they got a better team. Not a way better team, but they got a better team. They got the talent to take it to the Saints. And the only thing that's a question is both quarterbacks, both Marcus Mariota and Jameis Winston. It's crazy, right? We was talking about these two guys back in the 2015 draft. The 2015 draft, we was talking about Marcus Mariota and Jameis Winston. They could not stop. We could not stop talking about these motherfuckers. I remember in the 2015 draft, there was talk on the Eagles potentially trading up to get potentially get Marcus Mariota. That we was going to give up the fucking farm to get him. Thank God it never happened. But it's crazy how we went from talking about the 2015 draft with these two, and they went to their respective teams. They went to the Bucks and went to the Titans. And now we're talking about them again. But this time they're facing each other twice a year. Insane shit. That's going to be fun for me to watch to see who's going to win between the Saints and the Falcons, because you get the battle between two of the number one draft picks from, two of the number one versus number two, with two quarterbacks that are in that game. And on top of that, they're division rivals. Why not? How did I make you stub your toe? I saw that comment and I had to talk about this. How the hell did I make you stub your toe? You do that to yourself. That's your fault. I ought to shout you out again. Oh my God. Okay, next we got the Ravens and the Jets. Yeah, next. The Ravens are gonna win. Next. 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 The Ravens are winning. Jaguars and Commanders. Hey, we got the battle of the mid as fuck teams. I will say this one is important for one reason. And I'm going to do the same to you. I guarantee you that, Kayla. I will say this, though. This one's going to be important for one reason. It's important to me in a way, but it's a little important if you're a fan of football and you know it's about to go down. So, the Jaguars and the Commanders. The Commanders' quarterback is Carson Wentz, who used to be on the Philadelphia Eagles, if y'all don't remember. The Philadelphia Eagles drafted him second overall in the 2016 draft. The head coach of the Jaguars is Doug Peterson. That same Doug Peterson that helped win us a Super Bowl in 2017. Basically, you got Carson Wentz taking on his former coach. That's why this game's going to be a little important. A little important. So we're going to see who's going to win between Carson Wentz and Doug Peterson. And that's why that's the big storyline heading into that game, is just that one player and that one coach. And I win? Okay. Okay, I like to see you try. Okay, what you said was, you said try me and I win? Okay, you don't know yet. You haven't won shit yet. But we gonna find out. Waha. Waha. Alright, so next one, what you gonna do? Oh, okay. I could just Oh, and by the way, I'm gonna go and skip it right now. So for Kaz, that's here. I already know what's about to happen here. Your Titans are gonna beat the Giants, okay? You won't have to sweat that. I'm gonna give you all a score because King Henry's gonna run all over them. I see it being a score of like fucking 34-14. I guarantee you the Giants are that bad. Yes, they had a good draft, but they're still not good enough. Now, I can talk about the Packers and the Vikings. Damn, keep burping. I could talk about the Packers and the Vikings still, so, you know, there is that. Oh, wait, I forgot. Oh, whoa, wow, we're shouting out Kayla again. Okay.
I don't even have that. Well, boys, on the flex.
Yes.
It's on a flex. We need just. Oh,
Ari's like, what type of fucking
oh.
is going on here?
So, why this man moaning like he had an orgasm? What's good? What's going on here? Oh my god, this man moaning like he was flexing. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, okay. Your last sucks. Your last great. Stop doing this to yourself. Next we have the Packers and the Vikings. Oh my god. Yes. So go ahead, call me. You ain't gonna do nothing. Y'all know how this goes. It's Aaron Rodgers, and it's the NFC North. Enough said. It's Aaron Rodgers in the NFC North. Like, yes, I am. Aaron Rodgers is literally the king of the North. He's literally the king of the North. Like, Aaron Rodgers, pretty much, if at any point he wants a win, if he wants a win, he's guaranteed a win in his division. He does this every single time. Yes, I know he does not have Devontae Adams, but it's Aaron Rodgers. He's done this before without him. He's done this before without Devontae Adams. He's done this without Jordy Nelson, for God's sakes. It's Aaron Rodgers. So, yeah. The Packers are going to beat the Vikings. I understand the Vikings got talent. I understand they got some good pieces there. But it's, again, it's Aaron Rodgers. Enough said. Okay, so I already covered Giants, Titans. Cavs, you're good. King Henry's going to run all over them. Raiders versus Chargers. That's going to be one of the best afternoon games. One of them, not the best afternoon games. Raiders, Chargers, going to be a great game. I really don't know who's really going to win, but if I had to pick one, I'm going to say the Raiders are going to come out on top. They're going to come out on top. Derek Carr is going to be Derek Carr. He's going to start pushing some shit in this year. I see it coming. Him having Devontae Adams there, it's going to be insane chemistry with what they're going to do. Next, Chiefs-Cardinals. Chiefs are going to win. I understand they don't have Tyreek Hill, but like how I said with the Packers, with Aaron Rodgers not having Devontae Adams, the Chiefs have Patrick Mahomes. And also, one other thing, the Cardinals are inconsistent. The Cardinals started last year at like 11-2, or some shit like that, or 10-2, or whatever, and they just completely fell off the face of the earth, which is the one concern we'd had when it goes to the Cardinals, was they would be inconsistent, and that's exactly what happened with them. Thank you, Jerry Bear. I already hydrated. Everybody, drink your water. Drink responsibly. Other than that, that's my problem when it goes to the Cardinals, is they're inconsistent, and is that inconsistency is why I see the Chiefs winning, because Patrick Mahomes isn't inconsistent. By the way, he still has Travis Kelce there. So, there you go. Next, we got the Buccaneers and the Cowboys, Sunday Night Football. That's going to be a good game. A very good game. Now, here's the deal. This is not necessarily the same Cowboys team that went up against the Bucs, but here's the deal. That same Cowboys team last year pushed the Bucs for a game-winning field goal. This time, Micah Parsons is coming to his own. Really? Really, Kayla? You just gonna raid me now, huh? It's a shame my sound alerts for my raids not going off. Neither has my sub alerts. I'm gonna see if I could fix that at some point. But I will find a way to fix that. Do not worry, guys. I will find a way to fix that. But thank you, Kayla, for the raid. And since she wants to do this, you know how we gotta do it if you're gonna raid me. if you're gonna rate me, you know what I mean.
Rejection.
You can hear it. I can't.
What the fuck?
What the fuck? What the fuck?
She knows I stream on Wednesdays. It's down I'm just getting told.
I'm crying.
Kayla Pride Star, ladies and gentlemen. Kayla fucking Pride Star. But oh my god. I know the pain, trust me. Yeah, back to lurking. Thanks, J Bear. Oh wow, and since we're already shouting out one person, let me just do the same for.
It's either that. I got one other one. It's either that.
I'm
or she'd
in
be
this
like,
one.
You see, I have this one other tight hole here. That's just, that's just begging for action. Oh man.
The no context Jerry Bear streams, bro.
I'm trying to think of a nice little comparison here to explain. Hold up. I think I have a way to explain.
Oh my god. Yep. No context Jerry Bear Traveler. I'm sorry. No context. I swear, y'all gotta understand the context. But God, I'm hiding now. God, but the Buccaneers and the Cowboys. Okay, like I said, the Buccaneers and the Cowboys. That's gonna be a good game. Oh my god! Hey, I just laughed at myself in the clip that was out of context. Oh my gosh. But oh. So here's the deal. The Cowboys team, you laughed at, and I laughed at me. I laugh at everyone. Like, oh god. But Buccaneers and Cowboys. God, I have to finally get to this. I will say this: the one problem the Buccaneers have right now is their offensive line because they can't stay healthy or for shit. Now I understand there's Tom Brady there, but if your line, oh my god. Really, Kayla? Really, Kayla? Really? Okay. Okay, Kayla. Okay. Okay, Kayla. You're lucky I just spent money that I can't return the favor. You and Jerry Bear both. This is y'all way of trying to break me. I'm gonna get your ass. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get y'all. Just you wait. Just you wait. Oh my god. Wait, hold up. You got a command for that. We got a command for that. I don't know if it'll proc, but I got a command for that.
I win.
That's literally Kayla right now. But yeah, the Buccaneers have a messed up line right now, and I don't know if they're going to be able to stop the Cowboys' front seven, especially with Micah Parsons being what he is. I see Micah Parsons completely taking over the game because of the Cowboys' issues. I'm sorry, because of the Buccaneers' offensive line issues. But that's Tom Brady at quarterback. That's Tom Brady at quarterback. So I'm not going to underestimate Tom Brady. But I will say, do not be surprised if Micah Parsons takes over the game, off the simple fact that that offensive line for the Buccaneers is a big issue. Now, next game is the last game of the Sunday, last game of the week. I'm sorry, last game of the week, last game for Monday Night Football, last game for Week 1. Week 1, we finished Week 1 with the Broncos and the Seahawks. This is going to get interesting. Why? Because Russell Wilson will not be in Seattle uniform. Russell Wilson will be playing for the Denver Broncos. Very, very interesting. So Russell Wilson is going to be playing with the Denver Broncos this time around, and he goes right back to the place where he made himself known, up in Seattle. I know a certain Seahawks fan is going to be on pins and needles and shitting himself, knowing that he has to deal with his old quarterback. Now, Seattle, I will say this, they're going to be in a rebuild mode. Complete and utter rebuild mode. The amount of assets they gave away to Denver is enough to where it made it blatantly clear that they're not going to be competing at the moment. They're just going to be rebuilding and collecting assets and then figuring out what they want to do come the next draft. So I will say this because of the fact that the Seahawks absolutely suck at the moment, because they're looking to suck. The Broncos are going to win 30-14. And that will be my prediction for all of Week 1. There you go. That's everything. That's all of Week 1. Now, what will happen next? We will find out what happened next. But at the moment, we have absolutely no idea. Oh, and also one more thing as I'm going to go ahead and promote this. Again, guys, check out J Bear. Absolutely phenomenal artist. This is his ad ops channel where he sits up here and he promotes these phenomenal ad ops that he makes with his characters. Right now he's just wrapped up linebackers. He just finished up all the linebackers that he could do, from Ratchet and Clank. Thank you for Hydrate. Thank you for that. But yeah, definitely check him out. He's great. Absolutely phenomenal. Love his work each day, every day that I have the time to, that I have the chance to. Since, it decided to pop up on my feed, I figured why not promote it. But yeah, other than that, that's all I really have to promote here. I thank everyone so much for coming by for this episode, the Lightning Round. Again, I'm going to say this. Do not be surprised. You got NBA 2K23 and you got Splatoon 3, both games coming out literally right next to each other that I'm going to be streaming here. I'm going to give y'all the schedule throughout the rest of the week. This is the schedule throughout the rest of the week. So, Wednesday, 5:30 p.m., I'm coming back with more of Yakuza Kiwami 2, where we out here just punching shit with Kiryu. Thursday, we gotta go. Thursday, we're gonna go back in time with NBA 2K23. We're probably gonna go into the My GMs era and, see what kind of fun we can do with it. If not that, then I'm going to definitely go ahead and do the My Career mode. It depends on how I'm feeling at that point. I might leave it up to a vote. Friday at 5:30 p.m. Also, we hop into Splatoon 3, and we started getting, we started getting the inking going, the splatting going, splatling going. I'm gonna use my splat katana weapon. I'm gonna definitely get some artwork done with that shit because I absolutely love the weapon. But yeah, we're gonna get some stuff done with that, and of course Sunday at 12:30 p.m. will be the full return of the NFL actions that I used to do on the other Discords. I'm bringing it back on my own. So if you guys ever want to check out the football games from there, we got the Discord channel from there where you can hop on in. You can get the sports roll, and you'll know when it'll be ready. Now, I will say this: Thursday at 5:30 p.m. is not just for NBA 2K23. It's also for the start of the what is it? The Thursday night football. There you go. Thursday night football comes on at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, 8:30 as well. So back-to-back football events. You got Thursday night football, and then of course you got the usual Sunday football. And there you go. That's everything. Alright guys, please give me one moment. Please do not leave. I asked for you guys to please not leave because I'm going to raid somebody. I'm going to show someone some love. Before I do drop this raid, I want to give my thanks one more time to some amazing people. Thank you, Kayla, for coming by and dropping a sub and rating me with your amazing community. Thank you, Cass Cray, for coming by. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. Thank you, Eagles, for coming by. Thank you, Jabber, for gifting a sub to Shiva Senpai, who's absolutely phenomenal. I love Shiva Senpai. In fact, I'm going to actually see if I can go ahead and give y'all a shout out for her as well. In case if I didn't, I'll do one more for her. Because she actually introduced me to Life is Strange, and I've been having a lot of fun with that. Oops. Try that again. There you go.
I thought Willow was like a egg with a knife and a fork, and I was like, that might be a plate.
I thought that too.
Wow. I don't even know what this is.
Alright. I joined, totally. I guess I'm a pussy. What? Alright.
Yep, that's Shiva in a nutshell. So, from that point, I do see some. Oh, I'm definitely gonna see some that y'all gonna love. I'm looking at it's Uncle Zed right now, and Uncle Zed, he has a very, very cool game. I think y'all are gonna absolutely love having to see. So, right now, Uncle Zed is playing Yakuza. What Yakuza he's playing? I'm going to let y'all find out by the time he hops in. Till then, guys, join the Discord if y'all haven't hopped in. Join the Guilded server if y'all haven't hopped in. It's one of the two places that y'all can hop in with. Till then, every second, every minute, and every hour y'all spend with me is every second, every minute, and every hour I'm blessed and thankful for. You guys have yourself a good rest of the night. Don't be a dickhead to your fellow people. And I will see you tomorrow. Where, we're just going to, yeah. Y'all already know the schedule, but yeah. Yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.
Oh, raiding the Phantoms, dude. Thank you for the raid.